Alright, and welcome back to my Metal Gear Solid Extreme Difficulty guided walkthrough. In the previous episode we took down the Hind, so now we need to go down this second communication tower using the elevator that Otacon has just repaired. Or, as you know, it turned out a bit different.
Snake, there's something I forgot to tell you before.
What?
There were 5 stealth camouflage prototypes in my lab.
Yeah, so?
If you take out the one I'm wearing, that leaves 4.
Hey, this isn't first grade math class.
I thought I'd get one for you. So I went back to the lab and
Yeah?
the 4 suits were missing. Also, about the elevator that I checked out, it's really strange. It was like someone was intentionally holding it.
When you were riding on it, did the weight limit warning go off?
That's another thing that bothered me about it. The warning went off, and I know I couldn't be over the limit.
How much do you weigh?
About 135, but that elevator had a weight limit of 650 pounds.
It would take at least 5 people to go over that limit.
Look out, Snake! The guys who stole my stealth prototypes are in there with you!
Too late, Snake! Now die!
Well, unfortunately there's absolutely no strategy to this fight. It basically comes down to nothing more than running around like a madman while firing the FAMAS. The only thing that can help you out is having body armor equipped and using the quick reloading trick by pressing R1 twice. You cannot do anything preemptively. If you place mines or C4 before going down, those will simply disappear after the codec call. Alright, the second fight with Sniper Wolf is up next, and there's actually a way to cheese this fight. Just like with the snipers on the walkway before. I'm not going to do that, but I will show you how it's done. You cannot get hit when you are in the bottom right corner of this area, so from there you can simply fire remote control missiles at Sniper Wolf. And interestingly, you can already see her before the fight, but she doesn't have a hitbox yet. Nor will Snake react to it during the codec call. So let's initiate the fight by actually getting shot, which is a really strange design choice. Not only does Snake shrug it off like it's nothing, but he will just sit down in place and have a codec conversation while remaining in the line of fire. I mean, couldn't they have at least made Sniper Wolf miss on purpose or something?
Snake, are you okay?
Otacon, were there any other stealth prototypes?
No, there were only 5.
So, this isn't stealth camouflage then.
What are you talking about?
Someone's aiming at me in the middle of this blizzard.
It's her!
Wolf? Sniper Wolf?
Yes, it's her. It's definitely her.
Otacon, you sound like you're happy.
No, I'm not.
So then what is it?
Snake, please don't kill her.
Are you insane?
Please. She's a good person. You'd know that if you talked to her.
Listen to me, kid. She's a merciless killer.
I can see you perfectly, Vermeer. I told you, I'd never quit the hunt. Now you're mine.
Wolf, no, you can't.
Don't get between a wolf and its prey.
You're pretty good if you can hit me in this storm.
You see, women naturally make better soldiers.
Wolf, don't do this.
Snake, I'm near. Can't you sense me near you?
It's a mistake for a sniper to reveal her location.
Is that right? Well, I'm going to send you a love letter, my dear. Do you know what that is? It's a bullet straight from my gun to your heart.
Please, Wolf. Snake, no!
Quiet! Don't get in our way.
Now I'm gonna pay you back for Meryl.
You men are so weak. You can never finish what you start.
Okay, the fight is not that different from before, but this time you can use the Stinker's targeting system to figure out where Wolf's precise location is. And in a way, this fight is actually a bit easier, as Wolf just tends to move from tree to tree, and it's very obvious where she is hiding, even though you cannot actually hit her exposed arms. The only thing to watch out for is when she moves behind the rock formation in the center, because she can troll you by moving back into the direction she came from. So it is a bit of a guess at that point. Also, I only have 2 diazepam tablets left, so near the end of the fight, aiming becomes even more of a problem than usual. You know what? I just have to leave this complete cutscene in, as it's one of the most well done death scenes in all of gaming.
I waited for this moment. I am a sniper. Waiting is my job. Never moving a muscle. Concentrating. I am Longshot. You cannot save me. Please. Just finish me quick. I am a Kurd. I have always dreamed of a peaceful place like this.
A Kurd. So that's why you're called Wolf.
I was born on the battlefield. Raised on the battlefield. Gunfire, sirens, and screams. They were my lullabies. Hunted like dogs, day after day. Driven from our ragged shelters. That was my life. Each morning I'd wake up and find a few more of my family or friends dead beside me. I'd stare at the morning sun and pray to make it through the day. The governments of the world turned a blind eye to our misery. But then, he appeared. My hero. Saladin. He took me away from all that.
Saladin? You mean Big Boss?
I became a sniper. Hidden. Watching everything through a rifle's scope. Now I could see war. Not from inside, but from the outside. As an observer. I watched the brutality, the stupidity of mankind through the scope of my rifle. I joined this group of revolutionaries to take my revenge on the world. But I have shamed myself and my people. I am no longer the wolf I was born to be. In the name of vengeance, I sold my body and my soul. Now I am nothing more than a dog.
Wolves are noble animals. They're not like dogs. In Yupik, the word for wolf is Keglanek, and the Aleuts revere them as honorable cousins. They call mercenaries like us dogs of war. It's true. We're all for sale at some price or another. But you're different. Untamed. Solitary. You're no dog. You're a wolf.
Who are you? Are you Saladin?
Wolf. You spared Meryl's life.
She was never my real target. I don't kill for sport.
Rest easy. You'll die as the proud wolf you are.
I finally understand. I wasn't waiting to kill people. I was waiting for someone to kill me. A man like you. You're a hero. Please, set me free.
Why? Why? I loved you.
What is it?
My gun. Give it to me. She's part of me. Everyone's here now. Oh, okay, hero. Set me free.
Goodbye. Nick, you said that love could bloom the field. But I couldn't save her. What are you doing?
Returning it to its owner. I don't need a handkerchief.
Why?
I don't have any more tears to shed. I'm going to the underground base. We're out of time.
I know.
You'll have to protect yourself now. Don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
If I can't stop Metal Gear, this whole place will probably be bombed to hell.
Yeah.
We might not meet again.
I'll hang on to my codec. I want to keep helping.
You can leave anytime. Get a head start. A head start on your new life.
Snake! What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
Okay, I'll be searching too.
Such a great scene. But I always wondered something. There's nothing at all that indicates that Otacon's feelings towards Sniper Wolf were mutual, and it would kind of surprise me if they were. Maybe in a way that makes it even more sad. Anyway, in case you are not aware of this, but there's a little something for you to discover on the right side of the snowfield.
Huh?
Colonel, listen to me. I found a parachute near the wreckage of the Hind.
A parachute? You don't think that Liquid survived?
Impossible. As soon as he jumped out of the pilot's seat, he'd be sliced up faster than an onion on an infomercial.
So what's that parachute doing there then?
I have no idea.
A trap?
Either that, or a message. To me.
Meaning I'm not dead, I suppose.
Maybe. But I think it's more like I'll string you up.
Well, in any case, don't let your guard down.
I won't.
So that leaves the question, how could Liquid have survived then? Then again, how could he have survived falling down from Metal Gear Rex? Well, whatever it may be, make sure to first pick up all the items and ammunition in this area, including the Claymore mines, because we're going to need those later on. Okay then, onto the second disc. First we have the blast furnace, and in case you don't want to sound the alarm by blowing up the crane, and also don't want to kill any guards, just wait until the guard gets close to the obstacle right in front of you when you enter the area, and lure him away by making sound. If you're fast enough, you can make it past the crane without him being able to see you. Now, without destroying the crane, you need to crouch down while you are on the ledge. So keep pressing up against the wall so you won't fall down, and let the crane pass over you. And when you get past the crane, remember there's another guard patrolling over a pretty lengthy route that goes all the way up here. Check out frequently where he is in first-person view mode, because I almost got spotted. And the floor makes sound when you walk over it, so you need to be quite far out of the way for him to not hear you. By the way, in case you hadn't picked up the body armor before, then you can find it by going down and to the left, past the pipes where steam comes out of. You will find it there guarded by a camera turret. Alright, now we're going to have another fight on an elevator. So it's basically going to come down to running around like a madman like before. However, there is a difference, because this elevator is merely a moving platform, which means that you can knock the enemies over the edge for an instant kill. The annoying thing though is that you cannot preemptively equip your weapon. It's automatically unequipped after the cutscene.
There he is!
Okay, as soon as you get control back, move down and knock the first soldier over the edge. It's only the kick that will do this. Then run in an arch, which I don't do right, to the top one, while firing your machine gun until he falls down. Then quickly kick the bottom one over the edge. With only one soldier left, you can go for an instant kill by breaking his neck. It's not a perfect strategy, but it gets the job done.
Welcome, Cossack. This is the end of the road for you. Right, my friends? Listen, they agree. Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Am I hallucinating? I can't move.
The Raven has put the mark of death upon you. Blood from the east flows within your veins. Your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
I don't have any crows in my family tree.
You jest, but indeed ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless, you will make a worthy adversary. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics?
Yeah, I know it. Must be a real threat in the muck-duck eating contest.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the ear pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious, it's just plain killing. Violent a sport.
Well, we'll see if there's iron in your words.
Alright, the fight against Raven is quite different on extreme difficulty, given that he never even stops firing. So we're going to move in a very specific pattern and lay claymore mines down. This is a learnable pattern, so just do as I do. However, your movement has to be very precise, because the slightest hesitation will put you into his line of fire. That's one of the reasons why there needs to be quite a bit of space in between each mine. But the other reason is that Raven will be invulnerable for a short while after each hit he takes. And in case you don't have enough mines at this point, there are a bunch you can pick up right before the second elevator that you took down to get to this place. C4 works as well, but that's very tricky as you need to time those yourself. There's also a ration on top of one of the crates, but it's not likely that you will be able to pick that one up, as it has to be done during the fight and he has to just happen to shoot it down in the first place.
Snake, in the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There's always an end to it. But you are different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. Each step you take is paved with the corpses of your enemies. Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
Okay then, the only thing in between us and Metal Gear is an absurd amount of camera turrets that are just there for no reason whatsoever, especially since you can jam all of them at once with a single chaff grenade. And then, at the end of a long hallway, we have Metal Gear Rex itself. But that will have to wait for the next and final episode of this walkthrough. So please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, check out my other videos, and stay tuned for the final episode.